On Tuesday, June 7th, the Planning Board held its first public hearing on the proposed development at 557 Highland Avenue. Real estate firm Bulfinch proposed building an innovation center for office, laboratory, and accessory retail uses. The center will consist of a 3-story building, a 5-story building, and a 5-level garage. Municipal producer Yu Xiaoyuan has the report.
At Tuesday's hearing, Bulfinch presented an updated proposal that reflects input from the community. Prior to the hearing, the company hosted 4 community meetings via Zoom to address resident concerns on traffic and open space. One of the noticeable changes is the architectural layout around the Gouda Street and Highland Avenue corner.
You can see now with the building kind of bending away from the corner, it steps down from 3 stories to a 1-story retail expression, and then it steps down to the outdoor retail plaza. Previously, the retail space or the retail plaza was primarily along Gould. Now it's a little bit more centered on this corner. This gets terrific south sun, so it'll be a really fantastic place to have a lunch outside, read the paper, have a cup of coffee, etc.
The new proposal also expanded the open space and lawn area on Gouda Street to accommodate seasonal activities such as pickleball and ice skating, as well as other community events. A major use of the property will be dedicated to life science labs. Bulfinch assured the community the labs will be limited to biosafety level 1 or 2, which means researchers may work with biological materials such as human blood, salmonella, or E. coli bacteria that only pose low or no risk to the public.
Absolutely no airborne pathogens or any pathogens that can be spread via the inhalation route are worked on in these labs.
Later on, in response to a resident question, Planning Board Chair Adam Block confirmed the biosafety level will be a binding contingency for the developer.
In our decision, it would reflect that. So if they have they would not be able to lease out space to biosafety lab 3 or 4.
The proposal includes a traffic improvement plan. Gouda Street will be expanded to 4 lanes approaching Highland Avenue. A 4-way traffic signal will be installed at the side driveway intersection. There will be dedicated turn lanes into TV Place. At the Gouda Street and Central Avenue intersection, a new traffic signal will be placed and new signalized pedestrian crossings will be installed across all approaches. To discourage the use of commuting vehicles, Bulfinch will provide free shuttle service to public transit and add bicycle lanes on Gouda Street. Because of that, the developer is also requesting relief to reduce the required number of on-site parking spaces to 1,408. Although most residents gave positive feedback on Bulfinch's community outreach efforts, many concerns still center around the project's density and its effect on traffic. Some residents were not convinced by the idea of using bicycles as a solution for traffic mitigation.
If someone's coming in a suit and tie, they're not likely taking a bicycle unless they have somewhere to change. We live in New England, not San Diego. We have snow and ice 4 months a year. Hopefully in a month, we're going to hear something very clever about how to reduce the parking. But 1,400 parking spaces seems like an awful lot.
To address cut-through traffic on nearby streets, Bulfinch considered options like no-through traffic signs during commuting hours, speed limit signs, and police details. But many attendees were worried the measures were not enough.
People are cutting through it now. They're speeding down there. There's lots of little kids. So we just really need to have some compassion for the neighborhoods there and really be thoughtful how we just work towards mitigation.
The idea of putting the signs that don't go through is a good idea. My worry is that maybe the neighborhood might be okay, but me getting out of my neighborhood is going to be the real challenge.
Others said the project was just too massive for feasible and effective traffic mitigations, even though the proposed 1.25 floor area ratio is allowed by special permit under the current zoning. Some residents pointed out it was 80% more than what is allowed by right.
I don't really see the great benefit for what we're getting for that added 80% floor area ratio. So I would say let's just start at that 0.70. What can be built for that?
Based on their Bulfinch's MIPA submission, at the current size and scope, this project is projected to bring a total of 5,890 car trips a day. Where I live on Sachem, when I try and get out right now, it's nearly impossible. Everybody's racing for the red light, blocking the roads on the side, not wanting to let a single car go. You find that you're racing to get up there when there is a break because you know once that light turns green, they're all going to fly down and try and take you out. If we add an additional 550 cars an hour, a total of 5,890 a day, that's going to be significantly worse.
The board will continue this hearing via Zoom on Thursday, July 7th. For Needham Channel News, I'm Yu Xiaoyuan.